Last week I was going through an article somewhere online and I ran across Billy Porter's 7 rules. And there's a lot of people doing these 7 rules thing, like, why not me? So I have a lot of rules I live by, but I haven't really put them in order. So I did sit down and kind of listed some of the major components that I felt have gotten me through and might help other people, you know, that you haven't heard. So I put them together and I decided I'm going to call them my Pamelasophy. So on this YouTube channel, I'm going to go through and start listing them, and you know, maybe they'll help you. You can revisit them. But so far I've got 9, and there'll probably be a few more as I go. But the number 1 on the list really is be you. And I feel really strongly about that. You could say just be you, boo, or be beautiful you. There's a whole lot of ways you can say it. One of my favorites is be you, the world will adjust. It all falls under be you. But I love the part about the world will adjust, because I think as a person who will admittedly say I had no self-esteem for most of my life for a lot of reasons, one of which being the message in my house, which is sort of a religious household, was to be good. So being good was way more important than being you. So the idea that I could just be myself without explanation or workaround or something like that was kind of inconceivable. So I did stumble a lot through my life. I tried to be good. I tried to do the right things. That didn't always make me happy because I wasn't being me. So I was always trying to find some version of me that people would like, because like many people, I wanted to be liked. I wanted to have a nice life. I did have a lot of happy times. I'm not trying to say I was miserable, but I certainly wasn't me, and that's the main message. Now I think back and I so much wish that I had been willing to be bad. Bad, I don't know really what that is, but it's opposite of that good religious role. My younger brother was out and gay from a very early age, and I spent a lot of my time being his protector. And as being that protector, I did see a lot of bad. I did see a lot of pain. I felt a lot of pain. It was hard. And so I think there was some part of me that if I sensed I was a lesbian back then, which now looking back, I did, but I don't think I had any strength or ability to identify that that was me. And if it was just like, stay away from that, because that's extremely painful. Let's just take care of these other things that we have going on. So that's kind of what I did all my life, and I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I married a man because I thought I was supposed to. I had no role model for what's a lesbian. I didn't know the word. I never met a lesbian. I had no idea. So it was a longer coming out process for me, because I didn't even really know that that was a thing. And once I figured out more about who I was, I did a lot of searching. I won't bore you with all of that. I'm sure we've all done that, but it truly changed everything when I realized, like, lesbian is a thing. You might be, you probably are, and I could start exploring that. And when I finally did, it wasn't all easy, it wasn't all fun, it was sometimes quite messy, but when I realized who I was and was able to come out, it really was like the birth of me and who I am and the rest of my life. And sort of when you burst through that door, whether it's the queer door or whether it's any other door, when you figure out something authentic to who you are, it just makes you feel like, damn, why did I wait so long? Why did I not see that before? Role models are really important, and that's maybe part of why I'm doing this, because if I had seen someone like me back then, maybe it would have saved 10 or 20 years of my life, or of agony of not figuring out who it was. So when I did finally figure that out, and I was able to see myself in the world and forge a life that might be harder but would be me, that's when I learned to really be me and let the world adjust. Like, if they don't like it, fuck them. If they don't like who you are, you still have to be you. It's too painful not to be. So sometimes we get these lessons over and over in different ways and in different voices, and it takes sometimes a while before you hear that voice yourself, or you might hear a message. I'm sure this happened to everyone, where someone, a friend, a loved one has told you something 5 times, and then finally you read it and you're like, oh, that's it. I mean, I've done that too. But when it comes to this, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It takes what it takes. You can't be there until you're ready to be there. But if you're looking to be there, you're going to get there. And one thing I ran across as a quote If you know me at all already, you've probably seen that I love quotes, but one that I found really useful by Judy Garland is, it's better to be a first-rate version of yourself rather than a second-rate version of somebody else. What could be truer than that? So be your best self, be your strongest self, whatever that is right now, today. Keep figuring you out. It doesn't end until we're gone. You know, at this age of my life, I'm still figuring me out. If we're lucky, this life will be pretty long. So why do you want to waste your time doing it as someone else?